Well, I fucked up. I had so much footage. There was like 40 minutes of footage that I had condensed down into a 20-minute episode of the entire first, well, more than that, for more than the first half. It had to be every bit of three-quarters of the work. If no, it was more. It was 90% done. the The job was 90% done to fix and do the goat pen. And in the middle of encoding it and rendering it, all the files got corrupted because of my dumb mistake that I made. I lost basically 2 hours worth of editing work and probably 4 days worth of actually outside work that I had recorded, ready to be. It was done. It was already finished. I had edited it. It was the most edited video that I've ever done. It had better transitions. It was the perfect video for all the work that had been put into it. And I messed it up because I got impatient. So now, what you're going to see in this video is literally all of the footage I had left, and this was all done in one 2 hour afternoon. This is all I had left. So, I guess just enjoy this. I don't know that you can. You'd have no idea what I went through to get to this point. It was a nightmare. It was hot as it could be. I was sweating like crazy. It took me probably, like I said, 4 days roughly to get to this point of actual work. Now, mind you, this has been over the course of like 2 weeks of me doing this. And I totally ruined it. But that figures, that would be something I would do, would be to totally ruin it. Like my backdrop. I don't really know what I'm going to do now. I don't know. Now that it makes no difference. There was so much I had talked about that I'll never remember. Things that I was updating everybody on. There was things that I was showing you, like different deals. I guess I'm just going to have to make a whole video solely based on what I did. I don't know what else to do. So I guess enjoy this small video. It won't be a long one, so just take it for what you can, and hopefully you enjoy it. But, you know, you didn't get to go with me on the journey of actually putting this thing together. So it's not going to be as good as it should have been. But just know that there was a lot of work that went into it, and my back hurt so bad for so many days. I guess I'm just going to roll the footage. I got nothing. It's my own fault. I apologize. What is going on, everybody? This is going to be like day number 3 now of working on this goat pen, and I am going to do everything I can to finish this thing up today. No more messing around. This is going to get done today. I don't know if I remember talking about the latch that I had before. I'll show it to you real fast. That thing right there is not going to work because I can just pull this apart. See? So that's not going to fly. A goat could just push that open. So what I did was went and picked this up. So I got these eyelets. Got 2 of those, and then this. And what this will do, set my phone up here. So what my plan is, I'm going to take this and hook it into there, and then I can twist this to pull it tight. And when I'll be able to pull it tight, it'll squeeze that gate together, and then it won't be able to fall apart. I'm still going to leave the other like sliding latch on there. But I'm going to use this as the main. This will be what really holds it together, and will actually squeeze the two pieces together, so it's not going to open up. So those two together, I think, are going to be able to do it. So I'm going to drill some holes in that piece of tabbed wood that I put on there, fish these through there, and I got some washers to spread it out, because more surface area the better for really locking it down onto that piece of wood. And I'm going to try to space these out to where it's a pretty good gap, but not too big that it won't reach, of course. And then I'm going to start finishing up the wire, fencing around the edges. So I'm going to go hook up my drill these holes where I need them to drill, and I'll be right back. Okay, I got this done. I put this hole in there, and then after I got it on there, I realized that was a little too close, because these inside threads were actually touching when it was at full tight, and I don't know, I wanted it a little tighter than that. So I went ahead and spaced it out a little more so I could really crank down on it and get it together. And then that thing, I can't push that to make separation, so it is on there tight. It takes a little longer to open, because you have to unspread it, but it's kind of one of those situations where I'd be better off safe than sorry, because if they get out while I'm not here, I won't know until I get back from an 8-hour day at work. So I'd rather have it this way than the other. So I'm gonna start putting this fence up. I got my wire out, and I'm gonna start taking it to it. I had some leftover cable staples for the Romex, and they do a really good job, and saved me some money, so I didn't have to buy fencing staples. I mean, you can see it's on there tight. I mean, I could pull this thing across the yard by just yanking on this wire, so it's on there pretty tight. So I'm gonna lay this out, cut it to size, and then lay it up there and stretch it up and get it going. And I'll show you how I stretch it when I get to that point, because it's really neat. I have this broom handle I was going to use for a roller brush to paint the inside of my shed, but I'm going to show you how I actually pull it tight. And what I do is, when I get toward the end, I'll stick it into there, but up against here, and then I can pry it this way, and it'll pull everything tight this way. That's why this panel here is the second one I did. It's a lot more straight than this one. See that big wave in this one right there, where it dips in and then goes back out? Because this one's not as tight as this one right here. So that is my plan, and I'm going to get this thing laid out and get this piece up here and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I got this one kind of tacked up with a couple. There's like 3 in it over here on this corner piece. I haven't put any on the top or bottom. I'm not going to be able to actually fasten it, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm just going to stick this pole in here and pull it tight. And when I pull it tight, I'm going to push it in with my hand and suck this fence up to it. See, just like that. I got it pulled tight here, and I'm just wedging my body. It's into my hip here, and I'm wedging it and really twisting it out, really getting it down. And I'm going to put this wire down level just by pulling it down by force, and then that's when I'll tack that one staple in right up top here in this corner right there, and then it'll hold it up tight, and then I'll just go through the rest and tack it all in place. But that's how I'm doing it, and it works pretty good. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time. I'm going to try to finish this goat pen today. I know I've said that several times and it hasn't happened. I don't know what day I'm on at this point, as far as this is day 2 or this is day 3 or this is day 4. I've got no idea. I've lost track, and all I know is I just want it done. So we're going to work a little more on it. Okay? So let's get to it. I'm going to go inside, grab a tasty beverage, probably change shoes because I got my good shoes on because I was at work all day. And I'm going to come out here and keep working on this. And maybe we'll finish, maybe we won't. At this point, I'm not even making promises anymore. So I'm going to get started. Got my frosty beverage right here. I'm going to start this again, I guess. I can't do this. One moment. I think that's the thing about men. We carry more keys than we really need. I've probably got 30 keys on here and I don't know. I know where they all go, but I don't have half the stuff anymore that they go to. The tools I hate the most is a hammer. And there they all are. Well, I gotta finish this. So, it's gonna have to happen regardless. No matter what way you split it, it's gotta get done. So, I'll try to carry this one-handed while still recording. Also, by the way, I am so behind right now on videos. Ow. As far as like, well, I mean, just in example, I've got 2 videos. One that I've edited that I haven't rendered and put on YouTube, and the other one I haven't even edited yet. Got all the footage done. Haven't touched it yet. And I'm filming this one right now. I've got a lot of content I'm behind on, and by the time you see this video, all that nonsense will be over. It'll already be on there, so it won't really make much of a difference to you. Sorry, I'm trying to drag this damn chair behind me without spilling everything, because I got all my staples just laying in the chair. Okay, so that's there. Woo. It's windy today. Sorry if you get any wind noise. I'm trying to cover it with my hand, but if it happens, it happens. But yeah, I've got a video behind that you'll see all this beforehand, but you'll see the questionnaire video with me and Nicola. Then you'll see a video of me actually putting this thing together, all the woodwork part of it. And then you'll see this one. And I totally missed an opportunity to film another video the other day when we went, I do photography on the side as well. And we went and took some senior photos of Nicola's family. So I went and did that, and that took literally 8 hours. But that's okay. That's what she wanted to do. Wait, can I listen? Yeah, that's the good stuff. So, I'm kidless right now. So I'm going to try to get as much of this done as I can. I'm not even going to promise I'm going to get it done today, because I can't do that. I can't make that promise. But I'm going to get some done, and then I'll show you where I'm at when I'm finished for the day. And it'll either be done or it won't. That's all I've got for you. So, hang tight. We'll see you soon. There she is in all of her glory. Completely finished up and ready for a structure for a house. Feed and water buckets. And then the last step, some goats. I can't turn the camera around to show you myself. I got so hot I had to take my shirt off, and I don't need Facebook taking me, or wow, YouTube taking me down off the internet because I've exposed myself. But nonetheless, it's all done. I finished this panel, and then these two is all I liked. Um, and it's good. It's actually, after the fence got put on, you remember I was telling you about how wobbly it was? I'm really trying to push that. And not a lot of wobble. Of course, it'll be a little more if you were to push it over on the center. But for the most part, it's pretty good. I think this is going to work out. I think this is going to be really good. I like my gate setup that I have here, which I showed you. It's not the best thing in the world. It needs to be tightened up. As you can probably imagine, as you're putting those fence panels on and you're stretching everything tight, it'll readjust everything. So now that it's finished, it'll be, really set in, and it's probably going to be good, and it's not going to move a whole lot. Of course, unless I get one that thinks it's a good idea to come bash on it, and then we'll probably have an issue. But if that comes up, then I'm gonna just get that one situated, get it somewhere else, get it to someone else's farm. So I think what I'm gonna do on the structure is I got some pallets, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take pallet, one for the back wall, and then put a top on it with the pallets, and kind of make like a 3-walled shed over in that corner. It's already pretty shaded over there, so I think that'll be the best spot. That's the shadiest part of the whole place, is over there in that corner, and that's probably where I'll put their little shed. Plus they get some break if there's any rain coming in from this direction. They'll get a little break from the trees and that kind of thing. As far as the food and water buckets, what I'm going to do is I've got some 55-gallon barrels, some plastic barrels. I'm going to cut them in half and probably set those over in this corner, because obviously that's the side closest to the house, so it'll be the easiest to get, my water hose run over here so they can get some clean water. But I'll probably put them over in this corner so I don't really have to do much. And I'm going to try early on to get them bucket trained to where I can come home, because obviously this isn't going to be enough foraging material. Grass doesn't grow the greatest in here. Of course, I could pick this up and move it if I had some help. It's not anchored into the ground, so I could pick it up and move it if I needed to. So I'm going to try to get them bucket trained like within the first week or so I can come home and just let them out, and they're free to kind of roam about, and they got ample stuff to eat. There's lots of grass elsewhere. They got a whole field to go in. They can chew on these limbs all they want. They can go out there. That way, when I'm ready for them to come in, all I gotta do is shake the bucket and get them to come back in and follow me into their pen, so I don't have to worry about them overnight and during the day. But that's kind of the idea, is to turn them out when I get home in the afternoons. So I guess the next video will be putting their house together, and that won't take no time at all. I've already got the pallets. I'm probably gonna cut them buckets, and there's no point in me filming that. I mean, that's pretty simple, basic. You just cut a bucket in half. So I'm gonna cut it long ways in half, if that helps you with the visual, and I'm gonna put them right there. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll probably get to building this house soon. It may be a little bit, like I said, I'm so behind on getting some editing done for the videos, the prior 2 videos before this one, chronologically, so it may be a little bit before I get to that. But by then, you'll never know. That's the beauty of YouTube and videos. You have no idea what time frame I'm on, which is a good thing, because this has took way longer than it needs to take. So I will catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, hit all that good stuff. Comment down below what breed of goats you think I need to get. I've already got what I want to put in here picked out, but I'm willing to listen to options. I think I'm going to go Kiko. I'm going to get some Kikos. I think what I've read on them, they seem to be seem to be in my realm of capability. So that's what I'm going to go with. And I appreciate y'all watching and sticking out with me, the ones that do, and it means a lot. So, well, I've had an afternoon to cool off. As you can see, I actually had 2 days worth of filming. I thought I only had one, but it turned out on my phone I actually had 2 days. So that was all I had. I mean, I don't, all I know is I know not what not to do now, and that I'm probably not ever going to do that again. Just for the fact that, I mean, I feel bad for you guys that watch it, because you're not emotionally attached to what's going on when you miss 75% or more of everything that happened. All you see is the finish line. It's like watching an action movie and you only watch the last 30 minutes. You're not as invested if you'd have watched the whole thing. So I guess on this next video, I'm probably going to work on building their shelter in the pen, like I was talking about with those pallets. So I'm gonna make like a 3-walled kind of home with those pallets and put one on top, and that shouldn't be too much of a challenge. I mean, they should all pretty well stack together, and it doesn't have to be like the sturdiest thing in the world, because all it is just a roof for them. I would like to find some tin, like sheet metal tin, to put over the top of it for a roof, but until I find some, because I'm not buying anything new, I'm going to see if I can't find someone with some used tin that they've took off of a building. So until I can find some, I'm probably just going to use a tarp. So I'm not going to get the barrels today because I decided to drive my car, but I've got some 55-gallon barrels, like I was talking about, plastic barrels, and windshield washer fluid come in them. They're like the blue plastic. They almost look like the food grade barrels, but they're not food grade barrels, obviously, because they're just holding like solvent, windshield washer solvent. But that's what they remind you of. But I'm going to get those, and I don't have a Sawzall at home, so I'm going to have to borrow someone's Sawzall, and then I'm going to cut them in half on the long cut, on the long ways. And then that way I'll have basically like a trough, and that's what I'll use for the water. I don't know if I'll use it for the food trough, just because of how tall it is, and I'm not going to be pouring that much food in there. I will probably put that much water in there, half of that, and fill it up, but I won't be putting that much food in there, because I don't want them to eat nothing but grain or sweet feed or whatever I put in there. So I'll probably either like trim it really down low, or I'll end up actually looking for something else for a food trough. I don't know. It depends on if I can trim it down and it look okay and all that kind of thing. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this video like I tried to finish it a while ago, but I felt like I really should talk a little bit about some more of this and wrap this up in better fashion, just due to the circumstances. So thanks for sticking with this one. Like I said at the beginning, if you enjoy it, that's amazing. I'm shocked that you do. Give me some comments on what you think I need to put in there for fun, like activities. I'm thinking about maybe some tractor tires, something for them to jump on. And I may put those even outside, not even in the pen, because the pen's kind of small. So I may put their fun stuff to do outside, so when I get home and let them out, they can run around and jump on the tractor tires or anything that I stack up. You know, something for them to do. And give me ideas on what you think goat enrichment ideas you've got. And be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it at all, but I understand if it's not the best. But feel free to go watch the other videos before. Like those, because those are good. Those are way better than this one's going to come out to be. Subscribe to the channel. There's lots of stuff coming, lots of big stuff, and as long as I don't make any oops like I done last night, it'll be good. I got a lot of big ideas coming, and lots of stuff with the family. Probably see a bit more of them. I know technically now the video before this was basically an entire video with just me and Nicola, and I'm not opposed to doing more of that. So if that's something you want to see, let me know. Let me know what you want to watch, what you want to see, and if it's something that I do and I can pull off for you, then I'll be sure to try to get that done. But thanks, and we'll see you. Peace, love, chicken grease.